Okay. Um, I think we're back. Hey there, Tim friends, and welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? Holding up all right? The state of the world and everything. You know, we got political strife, economic woes, natural disasters. California was on fire. Other places are buried in snow or flooded. World's wacky, man. So, it's been a minute, too long, I think. I've been meaning to I've been meaning to catch up with you guys for a while now. Just so many things been happening lately. I figured we could all just use a video to sort of catch our breath, catch up a bit. It's raining outside right now. Feels nice and cozy. And, I figured it was a good time to just sort of finally record this video, get back in touch with you guys, get the update going, get on the same page again. I feel like we could all use a little bit of a reset point. And this is it. If you got some time, grab a drink, grab a snack, grab something, kick back, relax, and let's just hang out for a bit. I'll tell some stories, talk about what I've been up to, where I've been, why the videos were infrequent lately, and hopefully we can all just sort of readjust a little bit. 2025 has been off to such a crazy start. I think we could all use just a little bit of a checkpoint, a little bit of a reset, and that's what I'm going for in this video. So, intros out of the way. Where do I want to start? I'll talk later about this video and all the planning that went into it that was sort of eventually scrapped. Let's just start with a little catch up, talk about what's been going on in my life, where I've been, all of that good stuff. So, I had my last video, which was season 2 of Tim in Japan has finally started, the second Japan trip where we went to Kanazawa. That was a fun vlog. I hope you guys check it out if you haven't seen it yet. The editing, another step up, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit longer. I feel like I'm at a place now with Tim in Japan, with my videos in general, where I feel comfortable just letting them be as long as they are. People who are going to watch it are going to watch it, etc. Whatever, algorithm, I don't know. It's a whole mess of things. So yeah, that video came out, and long before that was the last episode of Tim Explains Japan. So the Christmas episode of Tim Explains Japan was a much larger effort than I originally anticipated. I mean, what else is new? That's like every single one of my videos. But yeah, that did take quite a bit of effort. And I managed to just barely, squeak it out right before Christmas. Then we had the holidays, visited family and everything. That was a lot of fun, but I did get extremely sick right afterward. I'm not exactly sure what I had. I never went to the doctor, but I assume it was some kind of virus or cold or something. But I was basically bedridden for like 3 weeks. It was rough. I wanted to do something. I wanted to make some kind of video, but just had to take care of myself. Had to figure out a way to get back to basics, get back to normal and everything. Then finally, got over the sickness, and that was when, LA caught fire. And in case you don't know, I live in Southern California, so yeah, that was pretty wild. It's not anything new, which is a little unfortunate that I can even say that, but growing up in Southern California my whole life, we've kind of gotten used to the annual fire watch. It just so happened that this year it happened a lot later than it normally does. Normally it's around like mid to late October that like fire season is, after all of the growth from the spring has dried off in the summer and then the winds come in. But this time the Santa Ana winds hit at the beginning of the year. So much dry tinder out there, and everything just caught fire. So that was a pretty stressful time, constantly checking the alerts, making sure there's no fire near us, checking in on friends and family who were actually near the fires and affected directly. Our power got shut off for a few days. So, you know, that was a whole thing, and it was pretty difficult to really get anything done during that time. But, you know, finally, all of that stuff passed, and lately there's been a little bit of rain, so, you know, it's been definitely easing any worries of potential fires, which is great. You know, we're sort of slowly sliding back into normal, you know, aside from what's going on in the geopolitical social sphere. But, you know, I'm not trying to make this like a political talk or anything like that. So yeah, basically that was like all the craziness that's been going on in my life ever since the holiday season. That's why the videos were so far and few between. So few and far between. Yeah. Because of all that stuff. But you know, I'm back now, feeling healthy, feeling ready to tackle different projects and stuff. Finally been getting back into running, which is great. And yeah, that was all the crazy stuff. That was all the like bad, ugly, yucky stuff. But some cool stuff that happened. I built a new computer, like from scratch. Bought all of the components, did not reuse anything at all. This is the first time I've built a computer from scratch since I was in high school, roughly circa 2008. So yeah, long time. And it was a mixed bag, you know. It was fun and interesting to do a lot of research on the parts, but then there was a lot of anxiety and hesitancy in buying the right parts at the right time. You know, if you guys are familiar with PC building, there are always new parts coming out around the corner. But, you know, I just found the right deals, went for it, and finally built it. You know, I actually considered making a video about building a computer, and like I filmed all of this stuff. Like I have this really tasty footage of like me building the computer. Man, I love this lens. It's so pretty, you know. But what ended up happening was I got kind of like frustrated, and that was when I was like still kind of sick or like getting sick, and it just I like kind of gave up filming like 70% of the way through. So I don't have like a finalized full video reel that I can like talk about everything. And like once the computer was finally built and, you know, I had given up on filming, I was like, whatever, man. It's that just add that to the rejected projects pile, you know, and I'll just throw it in another video, which is like this video right here. So, you know, enjoy the B-roll of what was happening back then. And so I built the computer and I got it all set up and everything. And man, let me tell you, it was like jumping into the future here, because the last time I upgraded my computer was probably like 5-6 years ago. So now, man, I just went for it, and I got like a bunch of like really high-end components, and oh man, it runs like a dream. Like I can play pretty much any game, all the highest settings, 4K, whatever, and it looks spectacular, you know? Like the graphical upgrade is awesome. I'm loving it. I know graphics aren't everything, but man, if you are a PC gamer at all, you know what I mean. It just looks phenomenal. So having a lot of fun with that. Tried out Cyberpunk and been playing a lot of Helldivers, of course. Off-roading. Whoa. Oh, that's our mines. And then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Resident Evil 4, finally playing that for the first time, you know, at least consistently. I've kind of played it on and off in the past, but it's pretty cool to play the remake and experience everything in like amazing graphics. And then I bought a Steam Deck like when it first came out and used it for a little while, and then it kind of fell into the dust piles, you know, didn't really use it a lot. But lately what I've been doing is running Moonlight on it and remote playing into my desktop so I can play from bed. And like I have it render at native 4K and just downscale and stream it to the Steam Deck so it looks phenomenal. Every single game on there looks fantastic, and I can like play PC on my monitor or on my projector or now on my Steam Deck from bed. It's good stuff, man. Like it's a lot of fun. So that is a very positive thing in my life lately. I know it's very materialistic and like gaming and everything and who cares, but man, it's been so much fun. And then, aside from that, just been like catching up with some friends and family and stuff. We had our like little friends get together and also visited family, both my mom's side and my dad's side and my wife's side. Just sort of like getting back to basics. And like, I think, when times are hard and there's so much uncertainty in the world, some of the best things we can do is really just slow down on all the news and social media and stuff, and just like, get back to being with those people we care most about. And, I know especially for me, since COVID, a lot of those like family connections have become a little bit strained because, it was hard to like make get-togethers and like see each other and stuff. So, that's on me. I let some of that stuff slide. So lately I've been making more of an effort to, sort of rekindle those bonds and those connections with, the people around me that, have helped me so much in my lifetime. And, it's good to see my younger cousins and the newer generations and stuff. And, it'll be a slow and steady thing. But I think that's really the key to all of this, right? We gotta have like slow, steady connections and growth. And, it's not about like overnight success or like growing spontaneously. It's about like the gradual, stable ways we can, grow our minds and our families and our relationships and everything like that. So yeah, it's been great to see family, make sure everyone's okay after the fires and everything, and just catching up, just making up for a lot of lost time in between. It's so easy, I think, to just get like bogged down in everything that's happening and all the news and all the internet stuff, and I think it's so crucial in such times of like unrest and unease to just kind of hit that reset button. I've been really trying lately to pull back from the social media. Like, I don't know what your poison of choice is. I know there's a lot of them out there, whatever, TikTok, people get news from Instagram, Facebook. It's just like whatever, Yahoo, I don't know. But like, man, doom scrolling, it's just too much, especially nowadays. Like, there's just so much noise out there, and I've found that it really does help tremendously with that impending sense of doom to just quiet it all down. There's a distinct difference between staying informed and like constantly doom scrolling. You can log on for 5 minutes and check out all you need to know, and then it. And just log off. You don't need to look at all the comments and get angry about people's opinions and stuff. I mean, I say you, but I'm really talking to myself, man. Like, that stuff is just way too much. Like, it's a never-ending loop of stuff, I guess the thing that I find really, the saddest about all of it is that as a species, we should be so prosperous right now. We have so much technology that can help us in innumerable ways and alleviate so much suffering for just about every single person on this planet. And yet we've reached a point, through many, many channels and much history, but we've reached this point where so many of us just want to be exclusionary, and we want to destroy the world around us and keep out the bad people, And, I don't want to go too much into politics and stuff, but I feel like that those are the times we live in, and it's like sort of impossible to completely skirt around that, like times are very, very turbulent right now. And like, honestly, that was the original intention of this video. Like, I was trying really, really hard to write an essay. I went through all these different drafts. I thought of so many different concepts for a video, but it never really felt right. I couldn't get over the idea of like that I was like pandering or being like, I don't know, like on some kind of moral high ground or whatever. And, at the end of the day, the real concept, the real goal of creating this video was to just provide some temporary relief, to be a reprieve, to be a checkpoint we can all sort of reset at. And I just realized I already make videos like that, from time to time, just checking in with you guys, talking about life and stuff. And, like, why overcomplicate it so much? So now I've reached this point where I'm making this video that you're watching. And I feel like this is the kind of thing that we could all use right now. We could just, one of the things that was always present in every single one of my drafts was that, like, I just want to be a friend right now in times like this, like a companion, someone to offer a little bit of advice and wisdom, what little there is to be had in this noggin here. And I finally realized this is it. This is the video. There's no need for all this flowery language. There's no need for me to, be so grim and dark and talk about the state of things. Like, just talk about what's going on. Just talk about life, because ultimately that's who we are as human beings, right? We crave connections. We are social creatures. We just want to talk to someone. And like in this age of the internet, one of the greatest ways to do that is just by talking into a camera and editing it down, maybe with some funny little sound effects or something, and then people watch it. It's kind of like streaming, So anyway, that's the whole spiel about this video. I didn't know. I thought I was going to talk about it, but I guess I did end up talking about it right there, Honestly though, with these kinds of videos where I'm just like talking and catching up, one of my favorite things about them is like hearing from the few people who either leave comments or like send me emails or chat on the Discord. Like, I don't know if you guys feel like it's disingenuous or like pandering or something, but I always say like, let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. And like, I'm just being honest. Like, I genuinely like to talk to you guys, and I like to hear from people out there on the internet. And like, I know exactly what it's like to not want to say anything, because that's how I am. Like, I don't really comment on YouTube videos. The only Discord I'm a part of is my own. And I'm not the type to like reach out to people, even when I feel impacted by, their art. And I'm not trying to like lecture you or anything. That's genuinely how I feel. So I get how so many of you must feel, and you don't want to like create this whole weird loop of like talking to me and it like ruins the relationship or whatever. I mean, I've reached out to certain creators that like I felt had an impact on me, and then like I just like got so embarrassed afterward that I didn't even want to like watch their videos anymore, which is like, what is that? What are you even doing? I don't know, I'm just talking in circles here. But what I really meant to say was, thank you guys for watching the videos. Thank you guys for interacting and leaving comments and like messaging me and stuff. Like, you know, I started this channel, I don't know, I guess you could say just like out of compulsion. Like I felt like there was something inside of me that needed to come out. Like there were things I needed to say. There were like opinions and ideas and philosophy that I wanted to share about the world. And that's, you know, how Tim Thoughts, you know, this thing. That's how this thing right there. And so like to be at this point now where we're reaching almost 10,000 subscribers, and some of my videos have like hundreds of thousands of views, like it's like totally surreal, you know. I'm not even a big YouTuber by any means, but it's like kind of crazy, you know, how things can just happen over time if you just keep trying. You know, you just keep trying, right? That's how you stay alive in this world. You just don't die, right? And for whatever reason, Tim Thoughts thus far has refused to die. For the foreseeable future, I plan to keep it that way. You know, I can't say for sure what kind of videos will come out. It seems like I always have different ideas all the time, and like weird different stuff might pop out. But I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys are along for the ride and you're enjoying whatever, you know, comes out of like this brain here. And so yeah, that's that. Another thing that's been going on lately is my wife loves to read. She's a big reader, you know, big bookworm. And one of our like favorite things to do is while she's reading the book, she'll do like highlights and take little notes and stuff. And then she'll give me these like mini book reports as she's going through the book. And we've read some really interesting books. One of them, man, Septology by so-and-so. I'll put it here. That book was really interesting. That might be a little too complicated to talk about, but really good book. The author just recently won a Nobel Prize for his work in literature. But after that, she started reading The Count of Monte Cristo. And let me tell you, this book is so awesome. It is so interesting and adventurous and full of like all this crazy happenings and goings on and like revenge and riches, and the wordplay is phenomenal. And what an incredible ride that book was. So after my wife finished the book, we decided to watch the recent movie that came out last year in France. And let me say, it was terrible. It was so not right. Okay, like maybe it's fine if you haven't read the book. Maybe it's fine if you don't know the story. But if you know the book, it's like this guy is nothing like the Dantes in the book. And like so many things happen in the book that are so much more interesting and dynamic, and like the storytelling is so much better. So I felt like the movie, you know, I think it's just one of those books that cannot be converted into a film, because the book, the unabridged version, is like over 1,000 pages. And how can you fit 1,000 pages of material into a 2 to 3 hour movie, right? And I think that was really the key issue with the film. They just didn't have enough time to properly, you know, go through the different arcs of his life and what happened and everything. So in order to do the book justice, lately I've been considering this video idea called a secondhand book report, where I'm not going to read the book myself, but I am going to make a book report based on my wife's book report of the book to me. I feel like it sounds just wacky and conceptually meme-worthy enough for an interesting YouTube video. But let me know what you guys think of that, or don't. You know, I'll probably just make it anyway if I want to. That's usually how this thing goes. So yeah, those book reports are a lot of fun, and we'll see. So that could be a potential future new track of Tim Thoughts videos, secondhand book reports. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see where that leads. I feel like I'm always talking about and coming up with different ideas that never really make it out of the work in progress file. But yeah, you know, that work in progress file is always like ever growing, and like what things actually finally come off of it into the done pile, who knows? You know, I hope that I have earned enough of your guys' respect to know that every video that I make is a labor of love, right? Like, that's why the videos don't come out, you know, in regular intervals, because I can't release something unless I feel like it's ready. Just like this video, like I've been working on this video for like, I guess you could say 2 to 3 weeks, but it's been like in my mind for months now. And, you know, and basically it's come down to like, mostly scrapped, you know, because it just, I felt like the concept wasn't right. And that's kind of like how I approach all of my videos. It has to be interesting enough and compelling enough for me to want to do it, but at the same time, it needs to meet a certain level of like quality, a certain standard that is necessary for this channel. I hope that I have done a good enough job in creating videos that you guys feel that every video that I release is worth your time and energy to watch it and like consider the points I'm making, or just like enjoy, you know, the video, like if it's a vlog or something, because that really is, I think, the core philosophy of the channel. It's about the quality, it's about the philosophy, it's about, you know, creating these experiences that are curated and crafted and must go through these levels of like quality inspection for me to feel like it's worthy of being released. You know, that's also why like it's been really difficult for me to feel like confident enough that my channel is worth being like directly funded by you guys. I have gotten a couple different little, you know, just like little sponsorship offers from like these brands you never heard of, but like honestly, like it just doesn't feel right to me to like turn this channel that we've spent so much time and effort building and creating this little community to just immediately start shilling out for whatever that like, you know, someone will give me a little morsel of money for. So I would really love to continue not being sponsored. And if I ever go the sponsored route, I want to make sure, you know, that it makes sense and is actually a product that I feel is worthy of, you know, your guys' attention and potential dollar spending. So I guess what that leads me to say is, so basically, and so, you know, I have thought about direct sponsorship of the channel, whether it's like YouTube memberships or Patreon or like buy me a coffee. But, you know, I haven't really like landed on how I feel about that. One of the biggest impediments, one of the biggest blockages for me to doing that is I just feel like it's not fair to you guys as the sponsor of the channel if I only release a video like once a month or once every 6 weeks. You know, I'm trying to do it like once every 2-ish weeks if possible. It would be awesome to do weekly videos, but you know, again, like there's a certain bar of quality that needs to be met for my video to actually get out there. So if you have any opinion on that and you would be willing to like give me money to sustain this channel, let me know in some way, whether it's like in the comments or on Discord or like shoot me an email. And if there is enough interest, then, you know, I'll look into that. Also, if you are so inclined, let me know what you would prefer, whether it's like buy me a coffee, which is like you just give me like a one-time little thanks, or if you would like a monthly kind of thing like YouTube memberships or Patreon. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to like push that off on you guys, but at the same time, you guys would be the one paying me. So I want to do what makes the most sense and what you guys feel the most comfortable with. I don't know. Maybe at the end of the day, it's just another one of those things. I just need to make it and just see what happens over time. But these are the kinds of like struggles that a YouTuber faces, or at least like me as a YouTuber. I don't know. Like, you gotta eat, right? So yeah, that was something that I feel like I've been wanting to mention for a while, and now it's mentioned. And there's one last thing that I feel like I wanted to talk about that hopefully might help you guys out a little bit. And that's this whole concept of like energy management. So, lately I've been understanding like, there are limits to how much energy that I have in a day, in a week, right? At any given time, right? And there's only so much of that energy I can allocate to different things. And I feel like it's really, really easy for people in general to really overestimate the amount of energy that we have. And we'll like get really gung-ho and like work on something for like an hour, but we'll put so much energy into it that for the rest of the day we're feeling drained. And I feel like that is a really, really common thing with like social media and like doom scrolling and stuff. All of these mechanisms are put in place where they are sort of like these traps where they force us to pour all of this energy into it, whether it's like feeling angry or sad or upset about whatever XYZ piece of news out there is, and then it just like saps away all of our energy in favor of giving them the clicks and the engagement and the what they're looking for, right? Ways of generating capital. And I guess for me, the thing that I wanted to relay, I've begun to understand lately just how valuable of a resource my own energy is, and how important it really is to allocate that to the things and the people in my life that I feel are the most important to me. And when we invest that energy into the projects that we're passionate about, the people that we love, it comes back to us in positive growth oriented ways. And I guess that's one of the main messages I just wanted to get across in this video is think about how much time and energy you spend on anything in your day. It's good for all of us to develop better our sense of awareness, right? And when you become aware of that energy expenditure, then it allows you to sort of reorient and spend that energy in more healthy, sustainable ways that will come back to us in better ways, right? Instead of just throwing it all into pits of like anger and despair. Of course, stay informed, right? Be wary of potential dangers and threats to you and your family's livelihoods. But at the same time, just try not to let that consume you, I do realize, I am talking from a place of privilege, but I do think, if you're watching this video, it's probably something you can relate to. Life is complicated, and there are innumerable, infinite amounts of things demanding our attention every single day. And I guess what I'm just trying to say is if we can be mindful of, how we use our energy, where we spend our time, who we talk to, and the things that we try to build, then, we can all, grow together in more sustainable, positive ways, right? So yeah, that's my like broad stroke, hopefully non-controversial way of promoting self-care. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to lately, things that have been on my mind lately. I hope that, this video was of some help to you guys, even if it was just, a little window of time you could sit and chill out and, not think about too much, just enough, right? We got to toe that line between like thinking about stuff too much and thinking about stuff just enough. I think really that was one of my main problems with this video. I was just overthinking it way too much. And I think especially in this current political climate, we are all extremely susceptible to that, right? The thinking too much, right? Oftentimes, the simple solution is the best way to go. And for me, right now, that means unplugging, being less connected, right? At least to, all that noise, the massive outlets of information and noise and control. But I don't mean like unplugging from you guys. Like, I'm still gonna be making videos and stuff. I'm still, always hanging around the Discord. By the way, it is a plug, but I genuinely mean it when I say, if you want somewhere to hang out where everyone's really chill, share what's going on in your life, or like the hobbies you have, movies, shows, anime you're watching, games you're playing, the Discord is a great place for that. I really do genuinely mean that. Like, it's a place where you can go and kind of just get away from like the craziness of the internet. Okay, that's not exactly true. I mean, the craziness of the internet does leak in there, but like the people are cool there. It's just like a chill, calm space where you can exist freely, share your art if you are interested, and just like share your thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. I feel like it's kind of hard to find spaces like that on the internet without always feeling constantly like attacked or like you need to defend yourself or something. But yeah, that's the Discord. That's what's been going on in my life lately. Coming up, I might just work on that video of the secondhand book report of the Count of Monte Cristo. I don't think I've 100% landed on what I'm going to work on next, but you can always count on more Tim in Japan, probably more Tim Explains Japan, and then Tim in Europe. It hasn't even started yet, so some stuff to look forward to. I really do hope to release videos more regularly, but no promises. Again, there's like this bar of quality that needs to be met for videos to come out. But I talked enough about that. Probably talked enough in general. I hope that this was just a good little reset point for you, a good little check-in, a good little catching up, because I think really that's what we all just need right now. We all just need to take a break. And this is your sign. If you're watching this, you're still watching this video, take a break, man. Take a break from everything. I mean, obviously you have a family, take care of your family, take care of your loved ones. But like, other than that, log off of TikTok, log off of Instagram, log off of Reddit, put your phone down. You can go on YouTube, but don't like watch some crazy video. Just watch some chill video, 30 minutes, or just like walking around Hogwarts, Legacy, ambiance, relaxing rain sounds, put on your favorite music. Just zone out, unplug, relax. This is your sign. We all need that, right? Especially right now. It's so easy to get bogged down in the craziness that's going on. So please, for your sake, for my sake, for everyone's sake, take a break, man. You deserve it. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. I always say that, but I really mean it, man. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how much the channel has grown, It's not even, I'm not even like a big channel or anything, but I'm so grateful. Have no words. But yeah, I hope that this video helped you even just a little bit. Do let me know how you're feeling, if this made any sense to you, if you like what I'm saying, if you like the other videos. Just even a little thumbs up, comment, or just send me an email, like, keep it up, bro. I got a few emails like that. It's cool. I like the words of encouragement. What can I say? I'm a simple, dumb little human being, and like, nice word equals brain feel good, So let me know. I hope you guys are well. I know things are crazy. I hope you're not in a position where you are like fearing for your life every day, or so full of stress you don't know what to do. Things will get better. It may seem crazy to even say that. That may seem like a controversial statement right now. And they may get worse before they get better, but they will get better eventually, you know? At least that's my belief, and I'm sticking to it. You know, at the end of the day, I think it really is important that on some level, we gotta stay positive, right? If we just give in to all that hatred and despair, then what do we have left, right? So if you're feeling that way, once again, please, 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 please take a break, reset, you know, reset all of those thoughts in your mind, let your feelings wash over you, and pull back a bit, right? Then, you know, once you've reset, once you've had time to rest, then, you know, then we can come back and organize and figure out what to do next. So yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching. I don't know, you know, it's still crazy to me that people out there will tune in and like watch videos of me talking about my life and things like that. And I mean, it's crazy in like the best way. Like, I'm so grateful that I can be in a position where I can share my ideas and share my thoughts and opinions and feelings. And there are people out there that resonate with it and want to hear more. What else could you even possibly ask for in this life, you know? So thank you guys. I think I've yapped enough though. Big yapping video, a lot of yappers. I'll leave you with one final thought, and it is from this speech by David Foster Wallace, incredible author. I'll link the video of his speech below too if you want to watch the whole thing. It's very interesting, inspiring, and thought-provoking. But he says, think of the old cliche of the mind being an excellent servant but a terrible master. This, like many cliches, so lame and banal on the surface, actually expresses a great and terrible truth. He goes on to further talk about this cliche and how our minds are full of thoughts and emotions and feelings that we feel instinctively we need to react to, right? You see something and it makes you angry, so you want to leave an angry comment, or you know, you want to say something or do something in response to that feeling that wells up inside of you, right? But when we let our minds control us in such an immediate, childlike, knee-jerk reaction, we lose our sense of self, right? To fall prey to those base instincts, it makes us do things that we wouldn't otherwise be proud of or want to call our own actions, right? These thoughts, these emotions, these feelings should inform us of who we are, how we feel, what we want to do, but it shouldn't necessarily dictate what we do in that moment. And I think that's one of the key things that I've been working on so much lately. All of these different social media spheres, news outlets, controlled information, you know, they are run by bad actors who would use you for nefarious purposes, which is why it's so important for us to build and train our senses of awareness, our own understanding of our limitations and our abilities, of what we can and cannot do, and the kinds of impact we have on the people around us, our communities, whether in person or online. I just think that by working on all of these things, we can better understand, you know, who we are, what we think, what we want out of this world, and how we can better take steps to create, you know, that environment that will be conducive to growth for us and our loved ones. I hope that made sense. I hope I wasn't just rambling. You know, it's not my goal to lecture you or anything. As much as I say these things about we or you, I'm really just talking to myself at the end of the day. And hopefully some of that makes sense. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was of some help to you. I really, you know, at the end of the day, I finally realized to make the video I wanted to make, I just needed to do what I said I wanted to do, which was to just be a friend, be a companion in these times. So I just wanted to talk to you like I would talk to any one of my friends or family or people that I care about. And, you know, I hope that comes through. I hope that comes across on camera. But yeah, that really is finally everything I had to say. And I think we are finally at the end of this video. So once again, for the 1000th time, thank you. And look forward to some more videos. I've also thought about doing some live streams. Just thought I'd throw that out there in case you guys are interested. But who knows? The future is unknown, the past is gone, and now is a gift, which is why it's called the present. Right? I'll leave you guys with that cheesy line and catch up with you guys later. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.